All right, I think now we're live on YouTube. So I'm going to ask you guys for introduce yourselves, okay? Isabella, could you start?
Yes, I can. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Isabella. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Osasco. I am technician in food technology. I study women nutrition too, and today I work with research and development of food products at AB Mauri. And I like to spend my time reading good books, see old movies, spend my time with my family and my dog too.
Okay, very nice. And how about you, Wilker? Sorry, could you say something about you?
Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. And I live in Florianopolis, but I am from Minas Gerais, Belo Horizonte. And I live here for almost 5 years. And my son was born here too. And I live with my wife and my little dog that is besides me. And if you hear some dogs snoring is my little dog. And I am a software guy. I work with codes and manage people too in this field. And I'm here to learn more about English and the conversations like this topic from today. And I expect to learn with you.
Yeah, very nice. I hope you will too, and I think you will. No, no doubts about it. Everything here is great for us to develop that part about learning something, and it can be about the language, but also in so many different areas about communication, how we see people, the perspectives. I think it's so great to have this possibility. And how about you, Newton? Could you say some things about you?
Okay, hello guys. My name is Newton. Um, First of all, I want to apologize. I'm without camera because my computer, I, 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 I have a problem. It has a problem, and but I don't know. I tried to fix I didn't.
No problem.
Um, okay. Um, I'm accountant. I was born in Minas Gerais, where I live a part-time of the year in São Paulo, and a part-time here, where I'm now, in Rio Grande do Norte. I have two sons, seven grandsons. I'm 62 years old, so that's it for now.
Very nice to meet you, Newton.
Nice to
And
meet.
Leticia, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Um, my name is Leticia. I'm 32 years old. I live in Rio, and I work with project management in IT area. Um, I think I love Japanese food. And as I said, my today is my first class in Talking Talk. So I expect to learn to develop my pronounce and speaking very much here.
Very nice to meet you, Leticia, and welcome here. I hope you have a great journey here on TNT, and I'm sure of that.
Thank you.
So congratulations for being here with us. So guys, just so you can know a little bit more about me too, I'm El Tavares. I'm from São Paulo. I live here. I like to study languages. I study languages out of English too. I intend to work with the languages as a translator or interpreter. And I think I love dogs, I love animals in general, and I love Japanese food too. Just to mention, if you say that in every immersion, because in every immersion we have to introduce ourselves, you will find people with the same taste because I don't know what happens. In almost in every immersion, people say they love Japanese food, and I do. So you will find your club, kind of just saying like that. But just kidding, guys. Just talking also some things about the platform. TNT is a platform where we can practice English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Mandarin. In the future, we'll be able to practice other languages too. And here's a safe place to express ourselves, our ideas, to make mistakes. We're not here to judge anybody, we are here to learn. So I'm not a teacher, I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm just a student, as you guys. So I'm just here to kind of guide the conversation and only that. So let's remember to be respectful with each other. And I know you will, guys. And that's it. And just to mention also, this is a conversation 100% in English. Of course, we can say some words in Portuguese if we need to, but it's mainly in English. And as I said, today's topic is family. So, Wilker, could you read and answer the first question for us? Number one.
Yes, one moment. I am in my cell phone today, and some controls are so high. And well, uh, question one: which member of the family do you believe wields the most power? Why? Uh, I think the person who are more wiser, who are wiser than the others, or maybe a little bit older than everyone, and has, how can I say, a lucid mind, can demonstrate that, and people will follow them because they respect each other. But for like a lead, and or how can I say, like a leadership person of the family, demonstrates that is, for me, it's more about respect, and be respectful for each member of the family.
Let's see. And what do you think of it, Isabella? Which member do you think?
It's a good point that Wilker said, and I agree. And I stopped to think about my family in this question, and I think the father and mother equally, because I think the family started with them. So we learn how to live with them, and I think they can be the members with the most power. I see that's it's a good thing for me. I I I see that's a positive place.
Let's see. And what's your opinion on this, Leticia? What do you think?
Yes, I agree with them. But if I think historically, I think fathers show more power than the other components of the family because they always had the obligation to work and provide money for the family. So I think about that point, right? But I agree with it now too.
Yeah, and what's your opinion on this, Newton? Do you agree with the guys?
Oh, in my opinion, I think normally is the father. Why? Um, I think it's a, in normal way. It's a man that provides things for house, mm, working. But I think this can be uh, reparted in both, because today women work too, women study and take a profession, and I think it can be divided this power, but men, I think the have part I think with the man, okay, first of all.
Yeah, I see. And I think, like, as Leticia said, especially about the history, it was mainly the men, as we were saying. But I think nowadays it can it can be divided between the both of the parents, for example, if they had children, because as we were saying, women also work nowadays, especially, and men too. So I think maybe this separation is not so clear. So maybe that's why nowadays, especially that people talk more about it, we have more situations, bad situations, more conflicts between the couple, for example, or the parents of the family. But in general, I'd say both too, because it's divided nowadays, I think. But of course, there are the cases, the opposite one, that it's mainly the mother, because the parent is not so active in their life. So there are every cases, but in general, I'd say both, and that's it. And about the second question, Leticia, could you read it and answer?
Yes. What's your relationship like with your extended family, cousins, aunts, great uncles, and so on? Mm, I think I used to live very close to my mother family. We used to live in the same yard and my with my uncles and cousins. So I used to play very every day with them, and I have my aunts and cousins very close to me. So I think my relationship was very well. But now we don't live near. So I have a cousin living in Australia right now. So the distance is very far, and we are not so close more. But I think it used to be very nice.
That's great. You had this memory to remember,
Yes,
to
yes.
think of. That's interesting. And how about you, Newton? What do you think? How
Oh,
is that?
oh, okay. In my case, I have some um family members of my family that I'm close, and the others I'm not so close, but I sometimes we have talked in the um, social media, WhatsApp, for example. Sometimes we have this contact, but others close because I was created near by then. But it's impossible to have a close relation with every members of my family because it's too big my family. But I try to have some encounters, especially in São Paulo, because others that are in Minas Gerais, for example. Um, Sometimes I travel to encounter, but it is more difficult. But here in São Paulo, always we are trying to meet up.
Very nice. That's great. You have this possibility now to
Yeah.
have these meetups. Yeah, I think that's the word. And now, how about you, Isabella? How's that for you?
Mm, my relationship with my extended family, sometimes good, sometimes bad, more bad than good. And I used to have a lot of contact with my extended family, but I don't have that contact nowadays, and I occasionally occasionally I have the contact with one or two cousins, but it's that I don't have a lot of contact with my extended family.
I see. And is that the same for you, Wilker, or do you have some contact with them?
Oh, my family used it to be more close, but when I came to Florianopolis, this was more difficult because of a lot of things and the work too, and the daily uh, tasks. We uh, po- postergar this to other times when people get birthdays. Almost the cases we talk about birthdays and some others congratulations and greetings. But my family is not so close because of that. I think we get older and older and started to get more internal, and this is a doubt I have here in this conversation, because I in the first question I think when I talk about family, I think broadly. I think in a wider way of talk about family, and not the common dad, mom, and sons family. If this is more common in English, this is not knowledge I have before, or we can use in a lot of cases in a generic way of thinking about it.
I see. It's kind of the same situation with me. We were closer before, but nowadays, no, we're not. Just like with, grandparents and all, but with the cousins and I never know how to say that, aunts, something like that. It's not so close, and it's not because we hate each other, no, but it's just the life that we just got different paths, different routes in life, so we kind of just got separated. But that's great when we can to get united, everybody together, and see, we have so many new things to tell them because we didn't talk in a while, so we have more news to tell them, and that's great having this opportunity to talk to them sometimes. So, Newton, about the third question, could you read it and answer?
Okay. Is it more necessary to have excellent family members or good friends? Why? Um, I think it's important to have good friends. It's um, not useful. It is very good, but I think, in my opinion, you have to have necessarily excellent family members, because family, I think, is with you all the time in life. Friends, you can have a excellent friend, but friends one day, I think in the majority of the case, they're not going with you in the bad times, for example, uh, disease. I think this family is always with you. I think, first of all, we have to have excellent members, family members.
I see your
That's it.
points. Yeah, and do you think the same thing, Leticia, or do you think differently?
Yes, I agree with Newton. I think we have to have good friends, but our family can bring us more comfort anytime. And if anything happens, maybe the good things or the bad things, they are there to support us and give a hug. So I think it's more necessary to have excellent friends too.
Yeah, I agree with you both. I think exactly the same thing. Like friends, we can have great friends too. But I think family, there's anything like them. Like we can count on them, and um, they will be, or the majority of the time, in cases and all, I think they will try to help you somehow, even though they 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 are not in the best situations, but they try to do something for you. And friends, depending on the relation, on the friendship and all, that cannot be the case. So of course, with the family, we have some discussions. I think everybody has, but it's normal. It's completely normal, and we just should just to try to complain it for those who think friends are better. I don't. I'm not saying that maybe that's not the case. Maybe the person has a família desestruturada. So maybe some friends they can find can be better than the family they have. But in general, I think if we can count on our family, it's better for us. And what do you think about it, Isa? What's your opinion?
Sorry, just let me see. We are in the question 3, right?
Right.
Okay. So, I think both are important. Family is important, friends is important. For example, thinking, imagine that you have just one person in your family. You don't have to focus in quantifying, but you have to focus in how do you feel when you spend your time with the person. I think if we have a good member families and we have a good friends, quantify doesn't matter.
Yeah, and as you were saying, it's kind of different. The relationship we have with the family, it's one type. We know we can count on them, and also and all of that things. But sometimes with friends we can talk about different things and have these different subjects. So it's important to have the both experiences, as you were saying. And what's your opinion on this, Wilker? What do you think? You you are not muted, but I don't think
Hello,
we can hear you.
hello.
Yeah,
Okay, so I was saying that I think this is a tricky question because emphasizes the excellent family members or good friends. I think, but thinking in persons in first case, I think it's what you have to help you in the moment you need to. So I can have a excellent relation with my sister or my mother, but they are so far away from me now, and maybe I can reach them in the case I was trying the most. I think so. And I have a friend of mine more close. So in each situation, will follow or will provide this kind of discernment. I think so because nowadays we have this globalization inside families too. So we can bring some good friends as a family guide too. I think it's more about that.
I see your points. And yeah, that's a great thing that you mentioned it. That can happen too, and it's possible. So let's not disconsider this. It's totally possible too. And Wilker, still no about the number four, question number four. What do you believe is the most crucial factor in creating a happy family?
Well, a crucial factor I think is about presence. People who are with you, whatever wherever happens, and you have support of everyone. But when you need the most, people can say you things that you don't like, but they are there. They are in that moment to follow or make you think more about something. I think to be happy is not always about entertainment. So people have to guide uh, it, everyone. So your dad, your mom, or your uncle, your cousins too. When people are together, you I think I will be more happy if I have this kind of support inside my family.
Nasi. And what's your opinion on this, Leticia? What do you think?
Yes, I agree with Wilker. I think presence is very important. But I think the understanding and listening is very important too to creating a happy family because we can um, change our opinions and listen and um, I forgot the word, but I think we can share our point of views and sit and discuss. So I think that's the important things, and that's the maybe the most important things. Then we can construct the other rest of the family and with the love and commitment and every other sentiment, maybe. Um, but I think this.
Yeah, I think that too. Like the communication in general is so it's crucial for creating a happy family, and not just a happy one, a family that really is together and stronger together, you know. And I think it's even better. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be done after the family is already created. I think it should be done like the all the communication before, so they can see, the people involved can see if that's really what they want to, if that's really, if they can do that, I don't think that's not a force. It's related to money. But if they can handle that, that's it. Handle the situation of creating a family and being together all the time, passing these values for their children. So I think it's all related and it should be done before, especially before of the when starting a relationship, for example. I think it's crucial actually. And how's that for you, Isa? What do you think?
I agree with you guys, and I think love and respect too. I think we have to be in respect with the members of the family, and I think the love generates respect. So we respect that people that we love in our family, and I think that those two things is a crucial factor for creating a happy family.
Let's see. And what do you think of it, Newton? Do you agree with the guys?
Yes, I agree with you all. It's very important to have dialogue in family, um, respect to uh, good principles, and understand each other. What the role of everyone in family. Uh, I think that's it, and that you said too.
Yeah, I think we all kind of agree with the points that we mentioned. And Isa, about the oh, I thought I was muted. And Isa, about the next question, number 5. Could you read it and answer?
Sure. So the number 5, what changes do you see in family life in your country? Example, woman work, husband clean, children attending institutes. It is a positive or terrible change. In my case, I think it's a positive change. And my family, since I was a child, my mother and my father both are working. They have the job, the two peoples, and they two done tasks in the house together, always together, working and do the tasks in the house. And I think it's a good thing. I see that's a positive view, and I like to see how a couple, my mother and my father, support each other. I like that, and I think it's a good way for being a family and organization daily routine.
Yeah, I see it. And what do you think of it, Wilker? What's on your mind about it? We cannot hear you again.
Sorry. It's my dog's snoring too. So I leave this situation so I can tell about it. And I grown up in a house that I did a lot of things, and I don't have uh, separation of tasks about the husband and the wife. So I I I don't bother with that. I think people who has this kind of mindset, it's outdated. But I think when people I don't know do something, so the people who grow up doing that can do better than me, so it's okay. But in the common way of life in our days. We have to do that, but I think it's more this transcends the family field. I think we are so overtasked, so we have to do that now. And children know have to be outside the house if you can do that. Like my son, he attends to I forgot the name for crash. Did this help us a lot? So I leave the situation of this question.
I see. And what do you think of it, Newton?
Okay. I have seen big change in our country. Um, uh, just the question says, um, well, woman working, husband helping a woman. Because I think when, especially when a woman have a job, she has to attend um, the house, sons. It's not just that the husband they don't help her. So as I have seen, husbands, husband in general help um, their women that work and that take care of the home too. I think in a positive way, I have seen this because the majority of the case that I know, uh, I saw this comprehension and it's very positive, I think.
I see. And what do you think of it, Leticia? Do you agree with the guys?
Yes, I agree with you guys. But I think I had another point of view too. Um, I see that more women, I'm sorry, is working in a technology area uh, and becoming leaders of their areas. And I think it's very positive too. Um, and maybe share the um, issues of the house is positive too. So I agree.
Yeah, I see it. And I think kind of that too, like these changes of everybody sharing the tasks basically it is a great thing because it's not just the man works and that's all he needs to do, and the woman works out, take care of the children, take care of the house and their future. It's so, I think there's a problem if that happens. Not of course I cannot change it if the person don't want to, if the people don't want to. But in general, I think that could be a great thing. Everybody to separate things, and that's it. Basically, what you guys said. So, Isa, about the next question, number 6, could you read it and answer?
Yes. Number 6, what is your definition of home? It is close to where you live. Where do you live or where did you grow up? In my case, home for me is a place that I can rest and be myself. Today, I'm living in Osasco. I grew up in Osasco, and I check a lot of, I check a lot of things. 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 I check a lot of a lot of cities in São Paulo. I work in São Paulo and I travel. I work in Pederneiras, Jundiaí, and other cities. I will start a new job in next week, and I will work in Itapevi. But I think Osasco, I feel Osasco is will have always my home because I grew up in Osasco. I met some friends and some people in Osasco, and I learned a lot in the city. So I feel that's home to me. It's my city.
Yeah, that's cute what you said. That's my city. That's great. And how about you, Leticia? Go ahead.
I think my definition of home is my neighborhood that's called Campo Grande here in west zone of Rio. So there are my friends there I grew up to, and my family there is there too. So I can visit them, and I feel like, oh yes, now I am home. So now I work at the center of the Rio. It's about 1 hour from there, and it's very far. So I live in middle of the way. And when the weekends came, I go there, Campo Grande, and I say, yes, now I'm home.
Yeah, that's great. And how about you, Newton? What do you think?
Okay. I think home, it's a place where you have secured, when you have the place where you rest after a day of work, and to have fun with your family. Um, that's it about the home. Okay, where I was born in Minas Gerais, but I grew up in São Paulo. In São Paulo, and there I have my whole family. Here in Rio Grande do Norte, I have a family of friends, but as I said at the beginning, it's a close friends. And so I changed my home the part of the year to here because of these friends. But as I said, a family, we can change family, but even though we have a nice friends here, but my family, I think it's more important. And I grew up São Paulo, and retired to work for 34, 35 years, and I'm retired, and I'm here in Rio Grande do Norte, a time, but only a time. Next month, I miss so much my sons, my grandsons. I'll be there next month.
Very nice. I hope you enjoy your when you meet them, when you get to meet them again. And I think these moments are great for us having this time separated, but then getting all united. If these are people that you really love and that are really close to you, that's amazing having this feeling. And how about you, Wilker? What do you think of it?
I like it the way Isabella exposed it, this the definition of home, when where you can be yourself and feel comfortable to make the things you can do in another places. And I think it's more about when you think is the last place that you ever can be. So if all things goes bad, goes bad, and you have to recover yourself and feel loved or feel safe, as Newton said, you can call this home. And I remember the song West Virginia, take me home to the place that I belong. So you have this kind of feeling, this sensation. You belong of in some place, so you can call it this your home.
Yeah, I can see it. And for me, I really like this explanation too of Isabella. And I feel it too. Like I've lived almost my life in São Paulo too. But I lived feel for a while in another state too, in the south. And that was a great experience for me. So I kind of have the city, for example, that I lived, kind of my home too, because I really loved to be there. And even though I lived there only for a while, not too long, but I feel like I really connected to the city. So for me, that was a great moment, a great experience for me, and I consider that home too. Even though, of course, I don't have a house there, but I feel like it's home if I'm there too. But also in São Paulo, it's crazy because in São Paulo it's so there are many people, many traffic, and all of that confusion, it's kind of a mess. But so that's why I don't really know if I feel the same thing. But of course, it's my first city, my first state. So for me, it's great being here and also be able to get to know other places too, if that's possible, and maybe to find a new home too, so I can have more homes than I have now. So, guys, that was an amazing conversation. I really enjoyed being here with you guys. And I want to ask you guys one more question that is not on the list, but I would like everybody to answer. And the question is, what did you learn tonight, actually, in the conversation? It can be a new word, a new expression in English, or anything, a lesson of life, the next destination that you want to go, anything. So, Newton, could you start? What did you learn tonight?
Okay, I think it was nice this time here. Um, I think it is a interesting theme. Um, I sorry, the last point you said about plans.
Yeah, if you learned something about making plans, anything that you learned.
Okay, okay. I learned nice points of view here with you, and I think that's a theme that you can think about. We need to think about. And that's it. It was nice to be here today. Thank you.
Very nice to meet you here, and I hope to see you again anytime.
Okay.
And how about you, Isa? What did you learn?
In my case, I think family is a seems subject is easy to discussion, but when we start to discuss, I see that everyone in this meeting has a different opinion, and that's good to me learn learning with you and listen about your opinions. So that's so important to me, and I learned too much today. So thank you, guys.
Very nice. And how about you, Wilker? What did you learn?
Oh, first, I was happy to meet yourself, meet Mel and Isabel again. So I say hi again to you, and meet and know about Leticia and Newton too. I hope we find each other again in a meeting. And I agree with Isabella. We share our opinions and started to think about it and try to make some sentences and I some kind of words the accents and some pronunciations too. It's always good to hear different people saying English. So it's more about that. We can grow together here.
Yeah, that's the main point. We can develop so much here. And just by being here, talking to you guys, I'm a shy person. I'm not a talkative person. So, it's completely the opposite of me being here, but I'm developing a lot too. So that's the main point, let's say. And how about you, for last but not least, Leticia? Go ahead.
For my first class today, I think I learned a lot. I was a little shy too. So I don't know what to expect for the class. And I was, oh my God, um, um, I think that they will talking so much and I maybe I cannot could listen and make comprehension all words they can say. So no, not now I'm calm and I see that I learn a lot here and I would like to thank you all you to share with me tonight and I hope we can meet in another class and immersions. So I'm happy now.
Very nice. That was a pleasure being here with you, especially in your first immersion. That's always a pleasure for me being first on people's first immersion. And thank you very much, guys. That was an amazing conversation. I just sent a survey link on the chat, so if you guys can, it's a link that you can click on it and you can leave a comment telling how the conversation was to you. And if you have any suggestions about what I can do better for the conversation or the different topics that you guys want to talk about, just leave it there and we can see it. And it's anonymous, so you guys don't have to worry about it, but we can see the comments and that's amazing for us to have a feedback and bring the best for you, for everybody here. So thank you very much, guys. And if you guys want to be with me again, I have two immersions on Tuesdays. It's 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. They were today, so now it's just on the next week. But you guys are always welcome there. And that's it. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon.
I think
Okay.
my husband do the immersion of the 4 o'clock with you,
Really? Wait, who is he?
Matthew.
Matthew. He did today.
Yes,
Hi, Matthew.
it was her his first class too. So he left the class and yeah, it sounds so nice. You're going to love it.
Yeah, so that was a coincidence for you to be here with me and now to get to know me too. So I hope you go there too. I'll wait for
Yes.
you. So thank you guys and bye bye.